Hey everybody, welcome back. Joining me now is Max Richtman. Now he is the President and CEO of the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare. Max, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Now Max is a guest speaker at the Governor's Conference taking place right now this week. And Max, can you tell us a little bit about what it is that the committee does specifically and how you guys work in Washington?
Well, the name of the organization says everything that we do. It's the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare. We're the second largest senior citizen lobbying group in the country, and we have 3.5 million members and supporters, 175,000 here in the state of Montana. We've worked to protect programs critical to seniors.
Now, Max, one of the major issues facing the nation most recently has obviously been the deficit. Time and time again, we come close to almost having a lockdown where we have no money, and then Congress comes up with a solution at the last minute. But some of the programs facing cuts, of course, would be Social Security and Medicare. Can you tell us about some of the issues you're seeing right now on Washington?
Well, yeah, you're right. Most Americans watched with a combination of awe and disgust, really, the debate this past summer, on increasing the debt limit. And one of the outcomes was a super committee that has been established. That was one of the major strings that was attached to the agreement. This committee has 12 members of Congress, 6 Democrats, 6 Republicans, 3 evenly divided between the House and the Senate. That super committee, as we call it, has unprecedented authority to cut the federal debt by at least $1.2 trillion by Thanksgiving. And as you know, the senior senator from Montana, who serves as the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, we call it the powerful Senate Finance Committee, he sits on this super committee. And I'm going to be talking to the people of Montana, encouraging them to contact their senator to make sure that he does the right thing in the deliberations of the super committee and protects programs that are so important to of average Americans to senior citizens.
Now, this might be an obvious question, but what are the risks if the government chooses to cut from programs such as Social Security and Medicare?
Well, first of all, and I have to say, Senator Baucus has jurisdiction as the chairman of the Finance Committee over Social Security, Medicare, taxes, Medicaid, and he understands these programs as well as anybody in Washington. He brings a critical level of experience to this debate, and he knows that Social Security has not added 1 penny to the federal deficit. A few years ago, when President Bush tried to privatize Social Security, the senator from Montana was a strong voice opposing that. The last commission, the President's Commission on Fiscal Responsibility, they call it the Erskine, Bowles, Allen Simpson Commission, Senator Baucus was served on that, and one of the reasons he voted against it was that that commission recommended changes to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid that he found unacceptable. Cutting these programs is the wrong thing to do. We have started in our organization a massive national campaign, Say No Cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And it's the most expansive campaign, grassroots media campaign we have ever embarked on. And we want to give the average Americans a voice in this debate, representing them in Washington. No cuts to Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Hands off. That's our slogan.
Okay, and Max, we are running out of time, but can you tell us really quick when and where you will be speaking today?
Well, I'm speaking at the Holiday Inn in Billings at 10:30, the Montana Governor's Conference on Aging. I think it's the 4th time I've been out here in the last 10 or 12 years, and it's always a pleasure to be in Montana. It's a little warm here, though.
All right. Max, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Laura will join us for the second half of our Morning Buzz. That's next. Stay with us.